folks. We are in the Python Basic series for beginners, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we will deep dive into the while loop. I remember in our previous video, I had mentioned that we will be doing nested while or nested for in today's video. However, when I just rethought about things, I thought maybe we can solve some more problems before going to the nested while loop. So today we are not going to see anything about the nested while or nested for. We'll just see how does this while loop work in more detail. So for that purpose, I have taken a problem statement to write a program to reverse a given number. Suppose a user enters a number, say 123, then it should be returned as output should be 321. This is what we are trying to do. User will enter this number and we should get the output as this number. So we have to write a code for this using while loop. So how would we do this? In the first place, user will enter a number. So we are going to take input from user. So that will be my first statement. N is equal to int input. This line will allow for the user to enter a number. Okay. Now, next, what we can do, see, whenever the problem is given, we have to think what all steps we can do and how we can break down the problem in smaller parts. Now, here, the problem statement for a given number, so maybe we are taking some input from a user. That's the reason why we first have written a statement wherein we can take an input from a user. Okay. Once we have taken the input, what we have to do is that we have to reverse the number. So, to reverse the number, what can we do? Just think of the approach how you can solve this problem. So if you break down this task of reversing a number, you will clearly think, or you may think, that first you need to take this 3 out from the original number. If the number is 1 to 3, you need to take this 3 out from the original number and place it in the first position. Then you have to take the number 2 out of this number, then place it in second position, and then number 1 out and place it in last position. So if you realize, what you are doing is individually you are taking one number out at a time. So your task is to take the number out. So isn't it an iterative task that every time you go, you do something? I mean, you take the number out, then you place it at first position, you take the number out, then you place it second position, then you take the number out, and then you place it at third position. Now we are talking about this example 1 2 3. All right. So in this case, how will you take 3 out of 1 to 3? We have learned operators, we have learned different, what you can say, different types of operators. So what can I use to get this 3 out of here? See the number, suppose the number is 1 to 3, I just want to get 3 out of it. So can I write it like this? If I write like this, n modulus 10, suppose n is equal to, for example, okay, I'm taking n as 1 2 3. Now n modulus 10, what it will give me? Modulus gives me remainder. If you remember operators, modulus will give me remainder. So if I get the remainder, I think the remainder will be 3, right? So I'm successfully able to get this 3 out of here. Now I need to do this repeatedly, and I also need to change the number, because n modulus 10 worked, because n, that is 123 modulus 10, would have been, the answer is 12.3, right? And 3 is the remainder. um, Sorry, the answer would be 12 and 3 would be the remainder. All right. Now if I want to take 2 out, I need to somehow get read out of this 3. So in I have to make change in our number. How would I make this change? Is n is equal to n double divide 10, so that 3 vanishes and I get a new number when I iterate the same task next time. That is, n is equal to n double divide 10. It will give me what? Number 12. In the next iteration, it will give me number 1, and so on. And this is the task. I will keep on changing number and taking one number out. Till when would I keep on changing this number? Till n not equal to 0. Till n is not equal to 0, I will keep on changing the number. See, slowly we are moving towards while loop. Okay, I'm just trying to make you understand how could be the approach and how you could think of a problem when it comes to you. Break down the problem, try to solve. Now this is something called as logic development. Whatever we are trying to do, these steps we are trying to um, I mean trying to form are of logic development, programming logic. So it is not necessary that first time you have to know all this kind of logics and it should be correct. As you move ahead in your programming career, you solve more and more problems. The logic will automatically get developed. The only thing is you need to practice. So after this, there is one thing missing here. That one thing is I have to reverse the number, right? By this, I took 3 out. By this, I changed the number. But where is reverse? So this is the logic. Reverse. I am using variable called rev into 10. Now don't worry about this or don't feel bad that okay, I'm not able to develop the logic. No one does it for the first time. Very exceptional people will do it for the very first time. If you don't know, that is already that is totally fine. Okay. Likewise. Then I just corrected the indentation part. All right. Now here we need to initialize rev is equal to 0. All right. Now this is the code that we are looking for, and we will be printing what? We will be printing rev, that is reverse of a number. Okay. Now here, that's it guys. I mean, this is the code that we are looking forward for. Now let's see how this works. First, let's execute this. See what happens. Yeah, it is asking me to give a number, so I give this 1 2 3. So let's have a look at the result. What is come? See, could you see this? We are getting the result as 3 to 1. Means our code is working properly. Now let's see how is this code actually working. Okay. Now if you look at this code in the first iteration, let's see what's happening in the iteration number 1. So I'll just mention here iteration 1. Okay. In the while loop. Now it will come over here. The program execution, when it starts, it will ask user for a number. User enters a number. Then we need a variable to store the reverse value of a reverse number. So I've initialized that variable to 0. Rev is equal to 0. Then we in the while condition we are checking execute the loop till the number is not equal to 0. Once the number becomes 0, come out of the loop. All right. So in iteration 1, what happens is here r r is equal to n n modulus 10. Your n, suppose user enters number 123, so that is equal to 123 modulus 10. All right, is equal to what will be the modulus for 123? The remainder would be 3, right? 3. So in first iteration r is 3. Rev would be rev is equal to rev into 10. Rev is initialized to 0, so 0 into 10 plus r. R is nothing but we just calculated. See, R we just calculated, that is 3. All right, is equal to 3 again. So rev is also 3 at first iteration, and now we need to change the number. So n is equal to n modulus n is equal to n double divide 10 is equal to, in this case now, 12. So number has changed to 12. Now the next statement is print rev. So it is outside while. It will not go to this statement. Again, it will come to check the condition. Now round 2. I'll just mention here iteration 2. Right? And in iteration 2 again, same steps will be followed. Okay. The number, but however the number has changed. So the number this time n has become 12. So 12 modulus 10 is equal to 2. Then 2 into 10, 2 into 10, that is 20. Um, 20 plus 3, that is rev is equal to, sorry, not 20, 3, because what we are saying, rev is equal to rev into 10. What is rev at this stage, till this point? Rev is 3. All right, so 3 into 10 plus what? R. So R is what we just calculated, that is 2, and that's why n, uh, so R is we just calculated, that is 2. 30 plus 2, 32. All right, and then n is equal to n double divide 10 again, and this time the number becomes 1. Okay, now in iteration 3, what is going to happen? Let's see. Iteration 3, R, same thing, I just copy this. R, n modulus 10, 1 modulus 10, sorry, 1 modulus 10, the remainder would be 1. Then rev is equal to, what was rev earlier? 32, from the previous iteration, 32 into 10. Okay, and then what was that? R. So R we just calculated, R is 1. And now number, if you say number is equal to number, so number was 1, and 1 double divide 10 is nothing but 0. Now again, after this iteration, after this iteration, it will come here and check in the while loop. Okay, the number is greater than equal to 0. After third iteration, it is not the case, so the condition will become false. The execution will come out of the while loop, and what we are doing, after coming out, we are printing rev. At this point of time, what does reverse has here is 321, and that's the thing that is printed here. By mistake I mentioned to for change this. Okay, I forgot to change this to 321. So at the last iteration, rev was 3 there, and 321 would be displayed. So that's how the iterations work. I know for those people who are from different background, or who are looking at the programming for the first time, may not be able to visualize it. So for that purpose, what we have done, what I have done is, I've just found out the tool called as Python Tutor. Okay, over there you can just visualize the execution. So click on Python. Now take the code from there. This was our code. Yeah, take the code from here, put it in Python Tutor. On edit, delete this, put it in Python Tutor, and execute your visualize. You can visualize your any of the program. So you'll understand step by step what really happened at each and every stage. All right. So yeah, see, this red line is next line to execute, and green line is line that executed. So we are executing from the first line. So at the first line, it is asking for some number. Then okay, I'll enter some number, that is enter 123, submit. All right, 123. So here, see, this is okay. Now here, R is equal to 0, because n modulus 10. Then sorry, rev is equal to 0. This is what we initialize. Now let's see what R becomes to. R is equal to 3. That was, see this step, iteration 1. R will be 3, rev will be 3, and n will be 12. So let's see whether this happens here. So R is equal to this, 123 modulus 10, that is 3. Rev is equal to rev into 10 plus R. So rev becomes 3 after that step, and then n becomes n is equal to n by 10, that n will become 12. Okay, see, very interesting to know, after this line the red arrow went here. So next line to execute will be this, and this is exactly what is called a loop. We will be revolving around this 4 lines only, until and unless the loop gets false, that is this condition gets false. It will not execute the next line, and we will not get the reverse number. Now this loop will continue till the number becomes 0. All right, so let's see the next step. Iteration 2 has started now. Now n has become 12. So yeah, 12 is not equal to 0. That is true. It comes inside n. Now it again starts calculating R. See, R becomes 2 here. Then going to the next, rev becomes 32. All right. In detailed calculation, I have already done in our Colab notebook. You can always see that mathematical calculation I'm talking about. And then now, after the ray value, after the ray value is calculated, it will change n. So n has changed, and n has become, the number has changed to 1. Again, it will go and check the condition now. 1 not equal to 0, yes, true. It will run through all these three steps. See here, r is equal to n modulus 10. Now r will, now this will take the focus here, and now r will change. See, r has become 1. Then next, rev also changed, 3 to 1. Rev has changed to 3 to 1, and the number would change to 0. Now again it checks that okay, number has changed to 0, 0 not equal to 0. The condition now become false, and now this arrow will come out of the while loop, and it will print the number. It comes out, and the next step, it prints the number. So that's how the while loop actually executes in background. Each and every round, it performs the same task repeatedly and gives you the output. I hope you were able to visualize things. I hope you are clear with the mathematical calculations, and uh, there is much more clarity from what we studied with the basic programs of just printing 1 to 10 numbers. Now this problem was a little bit on the tougher side, because you have to think of the logic as well as how the program executes. But that's how loops work. If you have noticed, in the while loop we had these three statements. So on these three statements, the loop got executed for three times, because our number of digits that we reversed was 3. Okay, so it depends, because the only condition is n should become 0. Once n becomes 0, then there is nothing to do. Whatever the answer we have got in rev is your reverse number. So that's how while loop works, and we have successfully seen in detail. Um, I hope that listening to this video will not leave any doubt regarding while loop. Thank you for watching, and we will meet in next video. Thank you.